bet it's a bullet gonna get the last laugh.
We just got some huge information about the highly anticipated Defense update. They gave us a release date, they gave us some characters who will be buffed, nerfed, they talked about the walls, the throws, the heat. This update is going to be massive, but also it's going to be the final update for the entirety of Season 1, except for bug fixes. So whatever your character gets in this update is it. If you guys are wondering if Harada will make some official announcement at Summer Games Fest, we have a tweet here where he basically says no. He's busy working on Tekken and other development projects. Now I do want to revisit this screenshot here. I know I talked about it in a video yesterday, but there's some information that's here that's left out. So for those of you who may not have seen that video, here's characters who potentially will be nerfed. It says for characters with no adjustments in version 1.04 such as Victor, Lily, King, Paul, and Yoshi, adjustments are underway for their performance in preparation for 1.5. Now Paul Phoenix was just named in the tweets, we'll get to him in a second, but as for Victor, Lily, King, and Yoshimitsu, these characters is seeming like they're going to get some kind of nerf, especially considering that this is the final update. They're definitely going to get hit, but how hard would they actually get hit? We don't know. As for King, if you play King, you definitely want to pay attention to this because they're doing some incredible things to the throws, and King may get hit so hard unintentionally, as well as Nina and Dragunov, any character who has a good throw game, just like Jack. Okay, let's get into it. So the first tweet here, it says, fighters, in patch 1.05, we will address issues that are often brought up by players. Yes, listening to the players. You love to see it. In the second tweet, it says, some characters aren't fully able to showcase their unique strengths in Tekken 8. Characters like Kazuya, Paul, and Raven will be buffed to make them more relevant. Raven mains, celebrate, pat yourself on the back. All of the complaining you guys been doing, it finally paid off. Your character will get. How big of a buff? I don't know, but a buff definitely. The details of what buff will be made, we'll find out when they drop the actual patch notes, but let's keep reading. It says, additionally, some nerfs from previous patches will be readjusted to broaden the scope of gameplay. That's interesting. So with this, they're also going to look back at things that they tweaked in the past and say, maybe we over nerfed them, or maybe we didn't nerf them enough. But they're basically going to look back at things that they changed and maybe change it again. I love that. Nothing is set in stone. Don't be afraid to change something once again. In the third section, it says some moves and combos are disproportionately strong. I think Yoshimitsu, this definitely falls on him. It says, in addition to character moves, adjustments, heat dashes, throws, and stage gimmicks will have their damage scaling recalibrated, so basically nerfed. I like that the stage gimmicks, wall explosions, floor burst, all of that stuff has high damage because it really emphasizes who gets it first. And for me, I love that risk versus reward, living on the edge, let's go gambling type of mindset. But a lot of players don't, which is why here they're nerfing it. Now throws, nerfing the throws is pretty interesting because, you know, throws is used so much more in Tekken 8 than they are in Tekken 7. One, because they're way stronger, tracking, counter hit, the damage is higher. It's no wonder so many people spam them. And the developers is looking at all this spamming throws going on and they're saying, okay, let's adjust this. Heat dash. This is also interesting because the combos are really insane in Tekken 8, and I think a lot of that is because of the heat dashing that's going on. And when they nerf that, I wonder if players will be so willy-nilly with the heat dash, or will they just do a simple combo and then let you get up and then use their heat, you know, to try and mix you up, or, you know, the meta's going to change basically. The meta will change. This is done to prevent situations where combo damage can become excessively high. Love to see it. The next one is amazing. It says aggressiveness is a bit too rewarding, making it hard to defend yourself effectively. We've seen this on full display. Knee getting clapped up, every turtle on the planet getting turned on their shells. It's chaos. It says wall stagger from heat dashes will be removed, and the damage of heat bursts and throws will be nerfed. That's crazy. The heat burst nerfed. throws nerfed. This is done to increase the importance of sidestepping and three-dimensional plays. Finally, we can move. Now, you do got to keep in mind as well, they're nerfing throws, okay, cool. They're nerfing the heat burst, okay, cool. But there's a lot of moves that didn't track in Tekken 7 that now tracks in Tekken 8. And I wonder if those moves will be done as well. Because in my opinion, I just don't like that so much stuff tracks and locks you down. It's good to see that they're also understanding that and they're trying to go back on it. But I wonder for individual characters who had these massive buffs for no reason, will they also reel it back a little bit? Because I think Tekken 8 is better when characters has flaws and both people can work around their flaws and strengths, and it's really like a back and forth dance. When both characters are powerful, it's just a slugfest. Now, before we get to the final tweet on the English version, I want to jump over to the Japanese version because they have some more information. They give us a little reminder of the three things that they're targeting with version 1.4 and version 1.5. It says some characters are not fully able to utilize their unique personalities and strengths that are unique to them in Tekken 8. 2 says some characters have high combo damage and outstanding skill. Number 3 says there's many situations where the attack is forced one-sidedly, making it difficult for players to utilize their defensive techniques. So that's the three things that they're targeting in Season 1. Now, the reason why I say Season 1 and I emphasize Season 1 is because if we jump back over to the English Tekken account, it says while significant balance adjustments were made in patch 1.4 and will be made in 1.5, similar large-scale adjustments will not happen during the remainder of Season 1. Patches from July onward will focus on fixing unattended move behaviors and bug fixes. Now, this is pretty massive because the update that comes on, what did they say that the release date was? 6/11, that's Tuesday. That's it. That's the final patch. And the reason why I think they're doing that is one, because so they're going to do this in kind of like the middle of June, right? A month later, literally, is Evo Japan. And after Evo Japan, there's about 1 or maybe 2 more tournaments. And I think at the final tournament, Fakaram will be released. And at that point, Season 1's over. Season 1 is going to be over sooner than Tekken 7 seasons. Like, the cycle is kind of moving faster. Now, I do want to add, the developers did not confirm if with this update, 1, will Lydia Sobieska, the new stage, the photo mode, and the battle pass also drop with this defense patch, or will it only be the defense patch? I think if they're ready, they should do all of them at once, so when Marduk and Fakaram come, they can have their own moments in the spotlight. But doing all of these things at once will be incredible, but we just don't have any confirmation of if that's what they're doing or not. So far, only the defense patch is confirmed to be dropping. If Lydia was dropping that date, I'm pretty sure they would have said it. But we'll see, 1, what they do in Season 2, but we'll see 2, the patch notes when they drop. Soon as the patch notes drop, I'm going to be all over it. So subscribe, leave a like on this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.